Hi everyone, today we're going to make some juicy oven braised steak. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com. Welcome to my channel where I show you how I lost 145 pounds following a meat-based ketogenic way of eating. Okay, today we're going to make some oven braised steak. I've got some kind of tough steaks here. They are on the cheaper side, because, you know, it's January and everyone's on a budget in January, if not all year round these days. So I do have some lesser cuts of meat that are nonetheless delicious when you can cook them properly. And I decided to try this technique because I saw Larry and Cassie from Carnivore Quest. They were making some oven braised ribeyes. Now, I'm not using ribeyes today. Ribeyes here where I live in Canada, we're talking 25 bucks a pound and up. So that is not really very budget friendly to me to do that now. If I got them on sale, I would maybe try it. But these steaks are similar to ribeye. I've got some blade steaks here. That's what they're called here in Canada. I think they're very similar, if not the same, as what you guys would call a chuck steak. If you take a look here, they usually have quite a bit of fat in them. And they also, can have a fair bit of connective tissue in them. They're very good, slow cooked, braised, that sort of thing. Sometimes I even cut them up and make steak bites. And sometimes if I have a really good blade steak or a really good chuck steak, I'll even pan fry it. But usually that's a bit hit and miss. So I saw Larry and Cassie do their oven braised ribeye, and I decided to try it with a blade steak, and it turned out delicious. Now they use I'm going to use my braising pan because it has a nice tight fitting lid. I did their technique using, the cast iron pan. You can certainly do that. And I put a lid over top, but it wasn't a tight fitting lid. And I lost I lost pretty much all my liquid. The steak was still delicious, but I kind of wanted to retain a little more moisture in it. So that's why today I'm trying this. The other thing I'm trying today for the first time is, as well as these 3 blade steaks, I've got a piece of round steak here. So just to give you an idea of cost and all that, here in Canada, the blade steaks run $12 to $15 a pound, in that range. This round steak is $6.99 a pound. So it's fairly inexpensive by Western Canada standards. And I thought, why not see what it's like? One thing I don't like about the round steaks is it's not enough fatty meat. If you're trying to be doing a healing type of carnivore, I would recommend adding some more fat to that. But I just wanted to see if I could get it tender like these blade steaks are going to be. So I've got the oven set to 350 degrees. The technique is super simple. Just going to salt the steaks. I'm going to place them in here. Not going to sear. Just going to try to fit them all in here. That's about right. Oh, I meant to turn that over because I want to salt the other side too. Do a little on top. Of course, if you're not sensitive to almost every seasoning and spice out there like I am, feel free to season this however you like. I'm just using salt, nothing else. We're going to add water and not, cover the steaks, but bring it up there. I want to have some good gravy at the end of this, some good jus. Then I do this. I'm just going to cover it. I love this pan because of the heavy lid. Nothing's getting out. This is going to just be melt in your mouth. It's going to go into the oven for 2.5 to 3 hours. I will check it at around 2 hours to see, kind of gauge where how much time left, but that's about the time. You want it to be fork tender. And so it's going to go in the oven right now, and we will see you back here when it comes out and give it a taste test. That's it. It's so easy, right? That's it. Okay, it's time for it to come out. Let's see what we have. It's been between 2.5 to 3 hours, thereabouts. All right. Okay, look at that. Now, oh, this looks so good. At the 2-hour mark, I opened the lid to have a look, and it looked to me like it was going to dry out again. So I did add about another half a cup of water. Let's take a look at what we have here. These 3 steaks here are the blade steak, similar to chuck. This is the round steak. So let me go here first. So yeah, this is what you're looking for. You just want to be able to break up the meat and fat with a fork. So that looks pretty perfect. I'm liking that. Let's see what we have on this one. So this, of course, because it doesn't have all the fat, is definitely drier and a little firmer. But I'm going to take a piece of each onto the plate and see, you know, taste is what we're looking for here. So that's the round steak there. And I'll take a bit of this juicy, succulent looking blade steak. Okay. 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 Round steak. About 1,000 times better than I was expecting, to be honest. I thought it was going to taste dry, but it tastes really moist and delicious. So, you know, when I see those round steaks on sale again, $6.99 a pound, that's cheaper than ground beef here where I live. So I'm definitely picking up some of that. Now, but look at this one. It doesn't, you know, this one doesn't have the fat, but it still tasted very juicy. So whatever little bit of fat and connective tissue was in there definitely melted into the meat and having the moisture in there too. Okay, now we've got the blade steak. Amazing. I mean, that tastes amazing. And yeah, it is twice the price of the round steak. But if you're on a budget, this is pretty darn good, I have to say. I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. So a lot of times people ask me about the budget cuts, how to cook them. Slow cooker is an option. Sous vide is an option. But for people who don't have that, you can just do it in a pan in the oven. If you don't have the braising pan with the tight-fitting lid, use a frying pan or use a baking pan, and you can put, you know, put a tight tin foil lining on it. You know, try not to touch the food, or some other. If you have some other lid that fits it, that is going to work as well. You don't have to buy a new appliance or a new pan to do this. You know, because I mean, if you're on a budget, maybe that's just out of the question. So, but both of these are amazing, and I'm gonna keep an eye out for other budget-friendly cuts of steak on sale, and I'm gonna try the same thing. So I want to say thanks to Larry and Cassie for their idea of braising a steak, you know, like that in the oven, 2 to 3 hours. Wonderful idea, and thank you for sharing it, so that I could share it with other people as well. See you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, keep eating your meat. Bye. See you next time.
Okay, and cut and look around. Can you see some pictures? Yes. I would take a picture of this in here. the cheaper side because, you know, it's January and I'm, what do I want to say? It's January and everyone's on a budget in January, if not all year round these days. So I do have some lesser cuts of meat that are nonetheless delicious when you can.